Well, this is what a Buffalo attorney looks like today after taking a beating Friday, allegedly at the hands of his own client.
That's right. Attorney Joe Terranova thought that he'd be in court as the client was sentenced. Instead, he was taking himself off of the case. 2 on your side's Claudine Ewing talked with him today about what happened and what he says needs to change.
Just so the court is aware.
Look at the bruises on attorney Joe Terranova's face. He was beaten by his client inside the holding center.
I'm moving to withdraw based upon the fact that on Friday, March 9, I became a complainant in a criminal action against Mr. Dublino.
8 deputies surrounded Mark Dublino in the courtroom. As attorney Terranova left the courtroom to speak with reporters, he talked about that day.
He stood up on a pretense that he was nauseous, and then came around the table, pushed me down, and I was pinned in the very, very close confines of those rooms. You can't, they're too close to defend yourself in.
It took at least a minute before he could get help.
I signaled the control room, which is the only way you can do it. You press a button, and they get on an overhead speaker, and they say, "What do you want?" And you tell them, "We're done." And then they open the inmate door and let him out.
2 on your side reached out to the Erie County Sheriff for an interview. He was not available. His office said the assault on Terranova was a first in the attorney-client area since the opening of the holding center.
You shouldn't be locked in. The rooms are too small to defend yourself in.
The sheriff's office says they offer non-contact visitation if the attorney chooses, additional security measures if made aware of any threats to an attorney, and the capability for video conferencing.
If the holding center took the minimal effort, and I think an expense, to put in a panic button, which every deputy in the jail carries, and if they're assaulted or they have a problem, they press it, and it spawns an immediate response from the facility.
And another issue, he says, is the lack of staff in the inmate hallway. He thinks the holding center should be like the jail in Alden, where there are regular doors and officers observing the areas. Attorney Terranova says after his attack, some lawyers are telling him now that they refuse to see clients at the holding center. Claudine Ewing, Channel 2 News.